What if the next dogfight ends with an AI making the kill decision while the human pilot watches helplessly? The F-47 represents a revolution in air combat, a fighter jet fused with a neural network capable of processing threats 100 times faster than human reflexes. Imagine swarms of autonomous drones coordinating attacks in perfect sync, or an aircraft that learns from every engagement. This isn't science fiction, it's the new reality of aerial warfare. But how does this quantum leap compare to rivals like China's J-20? The answer lies in three groundbreaking technologies we'll examine. Technologies that could decide who dominates the skies. The stealth revolution. Current stealth technology is reaching its operational limits against advanced radar systems. The F-22 and F-35, while still formidable, show increasing vulnerability to detection by Chinese and Russian sensor networks. The F-47 addresses these vulnerabilities through multiple technological breakthroughs. The aircraft's blended wing-body design eliminates vertical stabilizers, removing a major radar reflection source. Computational modeling shows this reduces radar cross-section by 90% compared to 5th-gen fighters while maintaining stability without traditional control surfaces. At the heart of the F-47 stealth lies its advanced metamaterials, nanostructured coatings that work like an octopus changing color. These don't just absorb radar waves, they actively scatter and disrupt return signals at the molecular level, providing 20 times better signature reduction than current materials. Building on this, real-time adaptive camouflage takes stealth further. Micro-electromechanical panels covering the airframe adjust their properties in milliseconds to match surroundings, mimicking clouds at altitude or terrain patterns during low-level flight. This dynamic system, combined with the metamaterials, creates a constantly shifting signature that's nearly impossible to track. The electronic warfare suite adds active deception. Instead of simple jamming, it generates false signatures, creating ghost images or temporarily erasing the aircraft from enemy displays. Testing against advanced Russian and Chinese radars confirmed effectiveness even against network systems. Infrared signature management completes the package. Cooling systems drop exhaust temperatures below detection thresholds, while ceramic coatings dissipate heat across large surfaces. Combined with angular exhaust nozzles, these measures cut infrared detection ranges by 80%. All weapons remain internal until deployment, with the bay design increasing radar signature by only 5% when opened, a significant improvement over previous fighters. The hypersonic missile payload also stays concealed within the stealth-optimized bay. Maintenance remains classified, but reports indicate the metamaterials require less frequent reapplication than traditional coatings. The adaptive camouflage uses modular components replaceable in under 30 minutes, critical for maintaining high readiness rates. Together, these innovations create an all-aspect stealth solution. Unlike earlier designs optimized mainly for frontal reduction, the F-47 maintains consistent low observability from any angle. In multi-static radar tests, the most challenging environment, detection ranges stayed below 10 kilometers. This integrated approach ensures the US maintains its stealth advantage for decades to come. AI as co-pilot. Modern fighter pilots face increasing cognitive overload from advanced sensor systems. The F-35's helmet-mounted display presents over 40 separate data points simultaneously, forcing pilots to process multiple streams of information under combat stress. The F-47 addresses this challenge through an artificial intelligence system that functions as a cognitive extension of the pilot. DARPA-developed algorithms process sensor information 200 times faster than human reaction times, filtering raw data into prioritized threat assessments. The system tracks 128 targets simultaneously while maintaining continuous threat prioritization. Machine learning models analyze combat patterns dating back to Vietnam, predicting enemy maneuvers with 82% accuracy in beyond visual range scenarios. The AI serves as an active combat advisor, suggesting tactics human pilots might miss. In one simulated engagement against a layered air defense network, the AI identified a radar coverage gap that reduced detection probability by 65%. Another test showed it spotting optimal missile launch windows 11 seconds before human pilots. Like a conductor leading an orchestra, the pilot makes strategic decisions while the AI coordinates drone wingmen and tactical execution. Natural language processing allows voice commands instead of menu navigation, while haptic feedback alerts through flight controls. This multimodal interface reduces visual workload, improving reaction times by 40%. The system adapts to individual pilots over time, studying decision patterns to present information in consistent formats that reduce mental fatigue. During operational testing, the AI demonstrated unexpected training benefits. Novice pilots reached combat readiness 30% faster as the system explained its reasoning in real time. Veterans reported it helped overcome tactical blind spots developed through standard procedures. Security measures include air-gapped processors and dynamic encryption to prevent electronic warfare threats. The AI cannot independently release weapons. Human pilots retain ultimate authority with multiple safeguards against over-reliance. F-47 prototypes consistently outperformed fifth-generation aircraft in testing, proving cognitive augmentation may outweigh traditional metrics like speed in future air combat. This partnership combines human judgment with machine processing to create a synergistic combat capability. Drone swarm warfare. The F-47 revolutionizes aerial combat through its integration with advanced drone systems. Picture this. During a simulated strike mission against advanced air defenses, an F-47 deploys 8 drones while remaining safely beyond enemy radar. The drones swarm forward, some jamming enemy systems, others drawing missile fire, while a third group locates and destroys SAM sites. Within minutes, what would have been a suicide mission for manned aircraft becomes a decisive victory with 0 pilot casualties. This networked approach fundamentally changes air combat. The General Atomics FQ-42 serves as primary combat drone, executing 12G maneuvers impossible for human pilots while carrying 9,000 pounds of munitions. Meanwhile, Anduril FQ-44 jammers create 50-kilometer electronic bubbles that blind enemy radar. During testing, they simultaneously neutralize 3 simulated SAM batteries. Together, these drones form an adaptive strike package where roles shift dynamically based on real-time needs. The system's true power lies in its distributed awareness. Forward drones extend sensing capabilities 270 kilometers ahead, their overlapping radar and infrared coverage eliminating blind spots. When one detects a threat, all platforms receive instant updates, like during a red flag exercise, where drones absorbed 6 simulated missiles meant for their mothership. This expendability enables aggressive tactics too risky for manned aircraft. Deployment flexibility matches its combat versatility. Certified for launches from runways, portable catapults, or even modified C-130S, these drones can operate from remote airstrips or ships. Maintenance is equally streamlined. Each requires just 12 crew versus 90 for a 5th-gen fighter, with automated systems handling 80% of pre-flight checks. What emerges isn't just superior technology, but a new combat paradigm. The F-47 operates as a quarterback directing drone teammates, some jamming, others scouting or striking, creating a networked organism rather than individual aircraft. Testing shows 300% improved survivability against advanced defenses. Most importantly, it keeps pilots safely out of harm's way while maintaining America's air dominance as threats evolve. This hybrid model doesn't just change air combat, it redefines what's possible in 6th-generation warfare. Hypersonic dominance. Modern air-to-air missiles face increasing obsolescence against advanced threats. The current AIM-120 AMRAAM missiles are outperformed by China's PL-15, which boasts 50% greater effective range. This capability gap erodes the US military's first shot advantage in potential Pacific theater engagements. The F-47 addresses this vulnerability through the AIM-260 Joint Advanced Tactical Missile with an engagement range exceeding 300 kilometers. The AIM-260 represents a generational leap, consolidating multiple capabilities into a single munition. Its two-stage propulsion enables terminal speeds exceeding Mach 5, faster than a lightning strike from cloud to ground. The missile's active radar maintains lock against maneuvering targets at extreme ranges, forcing adversaries to operate outside their own weapon envelopes. The F-47's weapons bay accommodates 6 AIM-260s internally, maintaining stealth while carrying a combat-credible payload. Hypersonic strike capability further enhances offensive potential through the air-launched rapid response weapon. The ARRW's boost glide vehicle reaches 100,000 feet before descending at unstoppable velocities, compressing engagement timelines from hours to minutes. Directed energy systems provide layered defense with a 100 kilowatt laser pod offering unlimited point defense. Testing showed 85% interception success against simulated cruise missiles with engagement times measured in seconds. This could fundamentally alter air combat dynamics, making traditional missile salvos obsolete. Weapons integration occurs through the Tactical Combat AI system, which demonstrated 40% improvement in weapon efficiency during testing. The neural network processes sensor data to recommend optimal engagements in milliseconds, enabling a single F-47 to prosecute air, ground, and electronic warfare targets simultaneously. Maintenance innovations maximize sortie rates in contested environments. The AIM-260 requires 50% less testing than current missiles, while hypersonic weapon interfaces reduce reload times by 30%. These design choices reflect operational realities where every second counts. Range and payload flexibility allow 18 distinct weapon configurations, mixing AIM-260s, hypersonic weapons, and laser pods as needed. Mission planning software automatically optimizes loadouts based on predicted threats. No existing platform matches the F-47's combination of range, speed, and precision across all engagement envelopes. Chinese and Russian aircraft lack comparable hypersonic launch capability or directed energy defenses. This technological edge ensures air dominance against evolving threats through mid-century, where sensors, platforms, and munitions function as a unified combat ecosystem rather than separate components. Sensor supremacy. The F-47 sensor system revolutionizes detection by working like a sixth sense. It listens without making noise. Unlike conventional radar that broadcasts signals, the F-47's quantum receivers detect enemy radars by their unique electronic fingerprints at over 400-kilometer range. This passive approach means the aircraft never reveals its position. For complete situational awareness, the F-47 combines 3 detection layers into one seamless picture. Infrared sensors track missile plumes through clouds with 0.01 degree precision, while electronic warfare receivers map enemy emissions across all frequencies. During testing, the system simultaneously identified 148 different threats, while maintaining 98% accuracy against advanced missiles. All this data merges into a real-time 3-dimensional battlespace model, updated 50 times per second. The system shares this picture with accompanying drones, reducing friendly fire incidents by 75% and cutting target acquisition times nearly in half. It's particularly effective against stealth aircraft, detecting subtle disturbances in background radiation that reveal even the most advanced low observable designs. Artificial intelligence takes this sensor advantage further by predicting enemy actions. The system analyzes historical data to anticipate radar activations and missile launches, allowing the F-47 to position itself optimally before threats appear. This predictive capability slashed reaction times by 60% in testing. Built to survive electronic warfare, the sensors automatically shift frequencies when jammed and feature redundant systems to keep working under heavy interference. Modular designs allow quick field repairs, with self-diagnostic tools that catch issues before they impact missions. The cockpit display completes the advantage by filtering information through cognitive algorithms. Pilots report the intuitive interface eliminates overload while maintaining complete awareness, like having a tactical supercomputer that only shows what matters most. This sensor supremacy creates a strategic edge no other aircraft can match. Operational testing proved the F-47 detects threats at twice the range and with 3 times the precision of current 5th-gen fighters. By seeing first and striking decisively without being seen, the F-47 sensors don't just gather data, they reshape the entire battlefield. This advantage perfectly sets up its next key capability, the weapons system. Strategic game changer. The F-47 reshapes power projection with strategic advantages tailored for contested regions. Its 2,500 nautical mile combat radius covers the entire South China Sea from Guam, eliminating the need for politically sensitive forward bases. During Pacific exercises, an F-47 launched from Andersen Air Force Base, struck simulated targets near the Spratly Islands and returned without refueling, demonstrating persistent presence near conflict zones. Aerial refueling extends this to 16-hour missions with multiple strike cycles. The aircraft's basing flexibility complicates enemy targeting. It operates from austere locations with 60% fewer ground crew thanks to self-contained maintenance systems. Electromagnetic catapult compatibility allows short takeoffs from expeditionary airfields or amphibious ships. In field trials, maintainers prep the aircraft for combat in under 45 minutes using only mobile equipment, comparable to the time needed to arm a helicopter. Network integration creates a force multiplier. The F-47 shares targeting data with Aegis destroyers at 10 gigabits per second, enabling real-time coordination. During one exercise, it detected a simulated cruise missile threat and guided a destroyer's intercept 120 nautical miles away. Satellite crosslinks maintain connectivity beyond line of sight. Its electronic warfare suite suppresses defenses organically. Advanced jamming pods deceive radars by emulating multiple aircraft signatures simultaneously. In tests, F-47s penetrated layered air defenses without escort 78% of the time, clearing paths for follow-on fighters. The open software architecture ensures rapid evolution. New countermeasures deploy within 72 hours of threat detection, compared to months for legacy aircraft. Maintainers installed major upgrades in under 2 hours using portable equipment. Against peer competitors, the F-47 counters China's anti-access strategy and Russia's air defense advantages. In simulated engagements with J-20s and Su-57s, it achieved a 6-to-1 exchange ratio due to superior sensor fusion. Designed for longevity, the airframe supports twice the flight hours of previous designs. Engineers allocated 40% more space for future upgrades, including energy weapons and high-performance computing through 2060. Just 48 F-47s could maintain continuous coverage over critical sea lanes while retaining surge capacity. In simulated conflicts, they achieved 90% mission success against advanced air defenses, coordinating electronic attack, drone swarms, and precision strikes simultaneously. This combination of stealth, networking, and adaptability makes the F-47 unmatched in modern air combat. Contract controversy. The F-47 contract decision reshaped Pentagon procurement priorities, balancing industrial policy with next-generation capabilities. Cost considerations proved decisive. Boeing projected 30% lower operational costs than Lockheed's offering through modular components and predictive diagnostics. Their diversified manufacturing across multiple states also addressed Pentagon concerns about supply chain resilience. Contrasting with Lockheed's concentrated F-35 production model, industrial base needs influenced the award beyond technical merits, with Lockheed occupied by F-35 production and Boeing needing new fighter projects. After F-15EX deliveries, the contract maintains vital competition in military aviation. This preserves America's industrial edge while preventing monopolization of critical technologies. Boeing's winning bid leveraged radical innovations from their Phantom Works division, including blended wing-body aerodynamics and advanced AI architecture. These demonstrated 25% better aerodynamic efficiency and 40% lower radar signature than Lockheed's evolutionary F-35 upgrades. The design prioritized air superiority over multi-role flexibility, avoiding the compromises that challenged F-35 development. Pentagon War Games favored Boeing's disruptive approach against projected 2030 threats. Their concept integrated autonomous drone control and adaptive electronic warfare, capabilities outpacing Lockheed's network-centric evolution. Testing methodologies also differed, with Boeing using digital twin simulations for 60% of development versus Lockheed's 40%, enabling more design iterations. Supply chain security became another advantage. Boeing established secure facilities months before the decision, implementing rigorous material sourcing controls. This addressed growing concerns about foreign-sourced components in defense systems. The contract's intellectual property provisions broke new ground, with Boeing retaining certain technology rights while granting government unlimited usage. This hybrid model encourages innovation without creating vendor lock-in for future upgrades. Transition planning showed Boeing's operational focus. They formed joint teams with fighter squadrons early in development, incorporating F-22 and F-35 combat lessons from the outset. This contrasted with the historical patterns where operational input came later. The selection signals a strategic bet on maturing technologies to maintain air dominance. By balancing innovation with industrial policy, the F-47 program charts a course for American air power in an era of rapid technological change and evolving threats. Its structure now serves as a blueprint for managing complex defense projects while preserving critical industrial capabilities. Adversary comparison. The F-47 dominates its adversaries through a combination of stealth, sensor fusion, and next-gen technologies. Let's break down how it outclasses the J-20 and Su-57. Stealth is where the F-47 shines brightest. With a radar cross-section of just 0.001 square meters, like a shadow flitting across the sky, it's 500 times harder to detect than Russia's Su-57 0.5 square meters, and at least 10 times stealthier than China's J-20, 0.01 to 0.1 square meters. This invisibility comes from its radical blended wing design that eliminates traditional control surfaces. Where competitors stumble, the F-47 excels in three key areas. 1. Sensor fusion. While the J-20 relies on vulnerable ground radar links and the Su-57 broadcasts its position with active radar, the F-47's autonomous system processes multiple data streams independently. This gives pilots a god's eye view of the battlefield without external support. Power plant performance. The F-47's adaptive cycle engines deliver the 30% more range than Chinese or Russian alternatives. They provide 25% extra thrust during dogfights while running cooler, a critical advantage when every infrared signature could mean detection. AI integration. Neither adversary has matched the F-47's cognitive warfare capabilities. Its AI processes threats 200 times faster than human reaction times, offering real-time tactical suggestions during complex engagements. Russian upgrades focus on conventional sensors, while Chinese systems remain firmly pilot-controlled. The F-47 extends its lead through drone coordination, controlling up to 8 autonomous wingmen for reconnaissance and electronic warfare. Russian S-70 prototypes and Chinese standalone drones can't match this networked combat capability. Weapons integration follows the same pattern. The F-47 carries 6 AIM-260 missiles, 300 kilometers plus range, and has operational hypersonic strike capability, while competitors' 6th-gen programs remain experimental. Electronic warfare presents another stark contrast. The F-47's adaptive jamming systems achieved 85% effectiveness in tests against Russian and Chinese radars. Russian systems rely on brute force, while Chinese designs lack real-world testing against peer adversaries. Maintenance and upgrades complete the picture. The F-47's modular design enables 90% mission readiness rates, dwarfing Russian maintenance-heavy approaches, and China's improving, but still inferior, reliability. Its open architecture allows seamless upgrades through 2060, something neither competitor's rigid designs can match. In simulated engagements, these advantages produce staggering results. 6-to-1 exchange ratios against 5th-gen adversaries. While Russia and China develop 6th-gen concepts, the F-47 already delivers unmatched capabilities today through its combination of stealth, AI, and networked warfare. The F-47's AI integration, stealth, and drone swarm capabilities redefine air combat, marking a generational leap beyond traditional fighter jets. Operational by 2030, it will dominate aerial warfare through 2070 with continuous upgradability to outpace emerging threats. This aircraft delivers unmatched advantages against current and projected adversary systems, securing America's technological edge. While China's 6th-gen program may eventually respond, the F-47 establishes an immediate, decisive lead in air superiority. Next, we'll analyze China's potential counters to 6th-generation dominance. Subscribe to see how air combat evolves. The future of warfare has arrived, and it flies with American wings.